All right, we have the voices with us.
That sounds so
Um,
official.
We open our meetings always with the 2-minute comment for the public. If there's any member of the public that would like to address the Winona County Board.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Kramer, County Highway Engineer. We have with us this morning Matt Zeller from the Concrete Paving Association of Minnesota, here to present an award to the county for our 2024 County Road 21 concrete paving project.
Morning.
Morning, everybody. Thank you. As Dave mentioned, my name is Matt Zeller. I worked with MnDOT for 10 years, with the Paving Association for 20 some now. And almost all of that has been around concrete paving. And so one of my favorite things to do every year is we get together and we decide the best of the best. And we go around the state and we find the best jobs. And it's great to come out here and see Highway 21. It's just an awesome job. And we talk about this. We look at every road in the concrete road in the state and decided that Winona County's CSA 21 was the best of the best. So, Troy.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to say too, just real quick, counterparts of mine were down the road on Old Highway 61 in Minnesota City just last week. And a little short stretch of 8-inch concrete down there, which is exactly what you guys just built here. They're looking at fixing it up. It's 100 years old, still in service. So should be a great investment for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Where's the check?
The check?
Yeah, don't you come bearing
Well, no, well,
cash or
no.
check? We'll take,
we have a
Gold
county
bill
event up in
now.
Alexandria tomorrow.
yeah, that's where the check is. Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. But, the parameters of, and I'm sure you can tell us the cost, and you said 100 years old, that's great. The cost of concrete versus, some of the alternative road bed surfaces. Is it, I guess but it doesn't all last 100 years.
No, it doesn't all. But again, the cost, that's always fun one to talk about because everybody says, well, the other stuff costs so much less. And actually they're about the same price inch for inch. It's just that we build concrete, tend to build it for trucks and don't have to replace it every 12 to 20 years. So we don't do the mill and overlays. We just come on, we can diamond grind it, make it really smooth again. So when 21 starts to get a little rough or maybe has some cracks, we can come out, cut them out, put patches in there, be in and out in a couple of days and good as new.
Okay, so curiosity, we have time this morning. I-90, they're constantly cutting chunks of that out and redoing it. Is it really, really, truly failing, or was it a test? Or, do you work with I-90?
Oh yeah, I've been part of building thousands of miles in Minnesota. So yeah, there's different things going on I-90. A lot of it is down in the southeast corner of the state. We're blessed with some beautiful limestone. The problem with some of that limestone is it's very porous. And so we put it in concrete and it sucks up water, and then the water freezes and it breaks the limestone apart. So then right at the joints of the concrete, it starts to break down. So to try and save it, before people tested for that, and we changed that in the 90s. So we can go and we can cut out a swath and replace it. But that doesn't stop that reaction from happening with those old rocks.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we don't use that sort of rock anymore. We still use limestone, but better limestone.
Okay, so we import it from another part of the,
Down the road a little bit, sometimes out of northern Iowa, depending. We have tests for it now. In the old days, no one tested for it.
all right.
Thank you.
We'll hang this by our reception area in the highway building.
Thank you. Pardon me?
We'll hang this by
Oh.
our reception area in the highway building.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Troy.
Be sure and take us on that road next week. Okay? Next week. All right. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, thank you. Chelsea Wilbright, County Auditor Treasurer, live in Stockton, Minnesota. I'm just briefing you quickly this morning. There's been a lot of chatter about the cast vote record and whether we create it, whether we release it, if we have to create it, et cetera. Sandra created one for the November 22 election. It took us a ridiculous amount of man hours to redact. And that's because we couldn't find a way to pull those images. The last line before the history on that statute I just passed out says data stored as images are protected non-public data. So there's images of the write-ins on that record. We had to pull all those images off and replace with the text write-in, if any. We didn't have a quick way to do it. It was a manual, one by one, to do them all. So recently, the attorney team and the IT team have come up with a way, or tested a way, to pull all those images off and replace it with the text write-in, if any, efficiently, quickly, not taking up many, many man hours. I think it was almost 40 man hours to redact that 2022 one. With that being said, now that we have a way to efficiently redact the cast vote record, I will be enabling the creation of a cast vote record going forward.
Okay, good, good. That's been a request, so thank you for responding to that
Thank you,
request.
Chelsea and anybody else who worked on it.
Okay. Is there anyone else wishing to address the Winona County Board? And anybody online? I don't see anybody. One last time, anybody else wishing to address the Winona County Board this morning? Seeing none, we'll move on to item 3, approval of the county board meeting minutes from May 27th, 2025.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Commissioner Elzine, seconded by Commissioner Vagley to approve the meeting minutes. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, approved. Consent comments and approval of the agenda. Commissioner Vagley,
Nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Elzine,
I'd like to just briefly comment on 5.2.
5.2. So should we just pull that for general? Look at 6.1.
Sure.
All right. Commissioner Olson,
Nothing for me.
Commissioner Meyer,
No, thanks.
Administrator Holty.
Nothing, Madam Chair.
Okay, I do need to pull 5.4 and we'll make that 6.2 and 5.5 for separate votes. Please, so 6.2 and 6.3. And then just a comment at the end of the meeting. With that,
I'll move to approve the agenda as it was revised.
okay,
Second.
motion made by Commissioner Meyer, second by Commissioner Elzine to approve the agenda as amended. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, agenda approved. Administrator Holty, if you read the record.
Absolutely. 5.1, approved performance measures resolutions. 5.2 was pulled. 5.3, approved renewal of liquor on off-sale licenses and beer off-sale licenses. 5.4 was pulled. 5.5 was pulled. 5.6, approved amendment to private well mitigation sub-agreement with Olmsted Soil and Water Conservation District. 5.7, approved joint powers agreement, Region 1, Southeast Minnesota, Homeland Security Emergency Management. 5.8, approved 2025 State of Minnesota Boat and Water Safety Grant Agreement. 5.9, authorized disposal of excess furniture and equipment. And 5.10, confirm payment of disbursements.
I'll move to approve the consent business as read.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Meyer, seconded by Commissioner Olson to approve the consent business as read. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, approved. 5.2, that was the approval contract renewal of Garnicus, page 30. Commissioner Elzing.
I just was questioning, and I apologize, I probably could have got a little bit of this prior to, but I guess I wanted to just bring it to light so others can see. I just wondered, rough math here, we've got an automatic 10% increase every year, and this is how we bloat government spending. Was there a reason? Did they say why we need such a large escalator for the cost in that? It's pretty high. I mean, 2% general, 3% maybe max. I don't see any further function, nor could I find what we were paying before. This is what, and I don't mean this in a facetious comment, but we oftentimes see this where you know, people just automatically put these things in, and if nobody says anything, hey, great. And then before it, 25,000 becomes the new standard, and then we put a 10% on that. 10% compounded really adds up. So I don't see our population growing where we're going to see more public records requests. I don't see any more data storage. Any good reason?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I did not speak with the vendor. I see that Chad Lang is on. I'm wondering if he had an
Yeah.
opportunity to speak with them.
And I'm not arguing the fact that maybe we need this. I don't fully understand what it does. I would trust that Chad would say, hey, you know, that I just would question, could we go back and say, hey, could we do a 21,000 for 3 years and then we reevaluate that? Is there a need for the escalator based on services received? Or could we negotiate a 2%, which I think would be, you know, arbitrarily a lot more feasible and palatable than a 10% over and over. So, and just
I can speak to this a little bit, Mr. Elsing. The reason it wasn't just an increase because of, you know, the increases that everyone is just kind of slapping on us. This one, we did go back and forth. They added a CRM module and an Essentials Package 3 module. Just, there was a couple of different things that were added to make the data request process more streamlined. So that was a couple of things that drove the price up. That was the 10%. It did go up substantially. I get that, but every line item that I see looks accurate. And
so, hey, Chad, the
Yes, sir.
question I would have though is that, you know, looking at future year pricing, you know, we're not, it's the same package for the next 3 years. They're just arbitrarily putting a 10% increase in for the same exact service. You know, it went up, plus it's going up and up 3 times. You know, for the same exact service that we're getting, you know, we added it to it for this year, if I understand it correctly, but they're still putting a 10% factor into that. So is there a way that we could go back and we have time because this isn't due till the 1st and maybe renegotiate this and approve it next meeting?
absolutely. I'll reach out to our rep, Jody is his name. I'll reach out to him today, try to get some more information and see what I can do.
Chad, I have a question, Commissioner Ward here. On page, it's page 32 at the very top. It says, you know, once purchased data storage has exceeded data storage is billed in increments of, you know, like $1,200. So
Yep.
has our data storage increased? And can you give me an example of who would request this and what it would do for us?
Our data increases every year substantially. It's just the way data is housed and how much data is coming in with all our software programs. We have sufficient data backup, data storage for Winona County to last us quite a long time. As far as their internal, this is speaking specifically about their internal data storage, which if I remember correctly, when I initially read their contract, I don't ever see them. I think I'm trying to see exactly how many terabytes they have, but nothing that I don't think will even come close to tapping into. So I'm not concerned about that. They have quite a substantial, yeah, I'm trying to read through it and I don't see it offhand, but that's not a concern for me.
If we can delay and you can get us some more information.
I sure can.
Be
It's a
very.
lot of file cabinets.
Yeah.
It is.
Right. And again, you're talking about storing data and everything, the cybersecurity. So I have made the public comment several times is how many file cabinets did we ever have stolen or information? And I don't ever recall any. But again, is this something that, you know, you say it is a government, somewhere it said it's a government-based software company that assists with public records requests.
Right.
What's the, you know, the buzzword cybersecurity with this company? Do we maintain the information? Do they maintain the information? Who monitors that? And has something like this been run by our MCIT coverage for any cybersecurity?
Every software vendor we have has to go through a process that gets signed off by MCIT. So it's
Okay.
very secure. Most of this data houses our data. It's public requesting data from us, data requests, and we get there's quite a bit. We have hundreds of data requests that come in. So a very heavily utilized system that has been working quite well.
That was my question, Chad. How many public records requests do you think we get in a year?
Marine might be able to speak to it. I know just personally for Marine's office, it's a lot, but even more than that, the sheriff's office is hundreds.
For me, and throw a number out there.
Well, here it does say in that paragraph, throughout the term of the contract, Winona County, Minnesota is able to contact the company, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Garnicus,
Granicus.
report on how much storage has been used. I don't know about reports. Ms. Holte.
So in regards to the number of requests, law enforcement alone, I would say on a daily basis, they probably get 40 to 50 requests. Our office, it varies. I would say ours are large requests because it's usually personnel data or
This falls into land records too, correct? I mean, this land records request? Okay, I didn't know if it did or not.
no,
okay.
this is general
Just general.
public data.
We have
request.
another one for land records.
Yes.
OpenGov is used for that,
There
Jason.
you go. Thanks, Chad.
Regarding elections, I mean, you could get 30, 40 of them, and I mean, these go on
Mhm.
for months. It is a very heavily utilized system, and actually the attorney's office has a number of them in there as well.
Yeah, and I didn't, if I may.
Yeah.
I didn't doubt any of that. In fact, I wanted to bring it to light that it probably is very well, and go back to and say, okay, arbitrarily, just adding the 10%, just to add 10%. Can we negotiate that out, and keep our costs down? So
I'll speak to them and then I'll send a report out to you all when I have the detailed information with their response.
thank you, Chad.
Attorney
Yep.
Sonneman.
I
Been
just
waiting.
wanted to clarify, Commissioner Elsing, you made a comment that our population hasn't changed, and so why are we paying so much? We get data requests from all over the country. So it's, I mean, and especially in my office now, especially with the cases that we have, the Adam Fravel case and now the Baby Angel case, we're always getting requests, particularly now from the media. But even before that, the number of public data requests, and yes, with elections, it just
Skyrocket.
jumps. So this system has actually helped my office keep up with those requests so that we don't have as many complaints as we've had in the past. And Ms. Holte being the data practices, trying to remember what our titles are in that. Responsible authority, and I'm the compliance officer. This makes it much easier. I mean, before it was all, by paper, so.
Commissioner Meyer.
Yeah, I'm happy to wait for the additional information. I see that there's a chart in the document that's on page 35 that there's an annual request volume, and so there's a tier of service. I suppose I'm curious to know, I couldn't see in the contract what our tier is, but that would be something of guidance. What I'll say is, well, saying no one steals file cabinets is a funny line, and it makes everyone chuckle. If we had to hire someone to look up these requests
100%.
manually, we're talking over $100,000 to pay even one staff person, and this is a fraction of that every year. So from a fiscal perspective, even if they ask us for the 10% increase, that's still much more efficient and cost effective than the alternative, so.
I'm gonna, can I make a motion to
Yes.
table?
Yeah.
And just make a motion to table till next meeting on that, in light of Mr. Lang getting us more info.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion to table item 0.52 for additional information at our next regular scheduled meeting. Okay,
Thank
all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It is tabled. Okay, moving on to 5.4. approve the ASME courthouse labor agreement for 2025 to 2027. And again, I will not support labor agreement until we consider some type of pay for performance.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Olson, seconded by Commissioner Meyer to approve. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, nay, approved. 5.5, approve LELS 536, detention deputies and transport officers labor agreement. Again, there is no pay for performance issues addressed, and that's why I will not support.
I'll move to approve item 5.5.
I'll second that.
6.3.
We have a motion by Commissioner Meyer, second by Commissioner Vagley to approve the LELS 536 labor agreement 2025-2027. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Nay. Okay, it passes. Then we are surprisingly at the end of our agenda. Committee reports. Last week, we did have our regional AMC meeting. And of course, there's a lot of unknowns. I don't know if we've gotten any updates. I do understand the legislature did finish their work.
2 a.m. last night.
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't seen any real, but we'll look forward to the reports. And I know both AMC and Mike will have some detailed things, and then any updates we can get from internally, department heads would be greatly appreciated. And remember, June is Dairy Month. We've got a lot of things, a lot of activities going. There's Steamboat Days this weekend. Be careful driving around the metro area here. There's a lot of road construction, and slow down and be cautious. And out in the rural landscape, there's a lot of, we just had a discussion, there's a lot of deer and a lot of wildlife activity. Just slow down, be attentive. We don't need any statistics in our area. So Commissioner Elsing, did you have something?
I just want to remind everybody, the county fair is coming up again.
Yeah.
You'll hear me say that until it's done.
Yep, the county fair is coming up in July. So
Encourage your kids to get into 4-H.
a lot of activities, a lot of fun to be had and such, but just be safe. So with that,
Move to adjourn.
Second.
okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Meyer, second by Commissioner Elsing to adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Maureen, can I ask, just double checking, so Board of Appeal and Equalization is next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., right? That's all of us.
Chelsea,
Correct.
did we ever get back?
And we got the road tour in the morning.
School
Yep.
situation.
Yep.